What's up? How you doing? It's Beto D, rider for the Roadrunners, man. You know what it is. I grew up in two places, Frisco, which is also known as San Francisco, and Pittsburgh, California. Pretty much like bounced from both areas. So I was able to get kind of like a city vibe of growing up and also kind of more like a town vibe where it's like very slow pace and, you know, very different from the city life. Growing up more in San Francisco, being able to experience that has like shaped me to, you know, be the person I am. San Francisco is like a giant melting pot of just so many different communities, so many different types of people that you run into, and it's honestly pretty cool.
Man, we outside. You see it? Got the Mafia Ting. Mafia Ting. Yeah.
I was going to college at Sacramento State in about like 2015, and the year after, I just didn't have no car. Like I needed to get around campus. I needed to get around Sacramento for like my job and stuff. And my dad, he actually showed me my bike that I ended up purchasing, or he ended up getting me, and it was a 2015 Big Ripper. And I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, that's a cool bike, but you know that motherfucker's huge. Like what the fuck is that? He goes, nah, like, trust me, son. Like, it's going to be the shit. Like, you're going to love it. And that same week, like 2 days later, one of my boys, he introduced me to this other guy named Scooter. And when I seen him pulling up to my apartment, I literally seen him on a 2016 Fat Ripper and just popping a wheelie. I was like, yo, like, that is the sickest shit I've ever seen. Like, I want to do that. And 2 days after, like, I seen him do that, I literally got, like, the bike. Man, we big mafia now, but this is the one that started it all right here. Can't forget the baby. My first bike. It's where the love of bikes began. And from there, it was just, like, I fell in love with it. It wasn't as, like, I wanted to be noticed or anything. It was just, I want a wheelie. Like, I felt like that was the coolest thing ever. I would ride with him, like, in campus. And seeing him, like, being able to maneuver through people and through, like, everybody walking and doing their own thing and he was doing their own thing was, like, the sickest shit to me. So I was like, I have to do that. So every day we'd be like, yo, let's go ride. And that's how I honestly found my love for this bike life stuff, man. It's pretty dope. I felt there was, like, two kind of waves of, like, bike life. So I got into it 2016 and kind of fell off around like 2018 and didn't really get much into it. And then I got into it as of like 2 years ago. And I feel I wasn't able to like relate to people as much. I feel like now, like I go out and I can relate to a lot more people. I'm already a very outgoing person, but I feel like with this community, it's just like amped like who I am even more. And just, I feel like I'm like at the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? Like I'm with the right people. I'm doing the right thing. I think like about last year or like a year and a half now. I had seen them post it like, oh, like this is my crew. And I was like, shit, like that's hella cool. Like he's part of a crew, he got his own like team. Yeah, I mean, it was like a good amount of them, and I'm like, that's sick. So I would go to the rides, and I just simply like support my friends. Like I knew him from way back, you know, earlier in the like when I first got into the bike scene. So I just support my friends. He was saying beep beep, and I was like, yo, like, you know, I'm gonna run with it, like beep beep, like the Roadrunners is outside. That sounds hella cool. And a couple months passed, and me and Lamar kind of got like a lot more close. We kind of reconnected, and like through bikes and stuff again. And last year, I believe, like December, the end of the year, or like the beginning of last year, I was on a live on Instagram, and Heck and Lamar hit me up. They're like, hey, bro, like, we got something to tell you. I'm like, yo, bro, like, you're a road runner now. Like, we fucking like how you be doing it, man. Like, you be out there in the rides and screaming, like, beep, beep, like, you know what I mean? Like, road runners and shit. Like, it's the coolest shit ever, you know what I mean? Just showing that type of support. And they said, you know, you want to be one? Like, you know, the door's open. And from then on there, it kind of flourished to something more than just, like, a crew or a team. Like, they're really my family now. You know what I mean? I call them my brothers and sisters. I talk to them on the daily. And it's honestly been I'd say the biggest plus of like me getting back into bikes or like out of the community.
Getting the fucking swanky right, man. Getting the swanky right.
I went to Miami. That was my first trip, kind of like going on a bike trip. And seeing their style of riding, it was totally different. They're all like fast paced. Like it seems like they're all in a race and everybody just swerves. Like they're just all over the place. And it was cool. Like I liked it. But when I went to New York, oh man, like that was a different experience. Being from like a city like San Francisco, I'm kind of used to more of all like the city vibe and kind of like the traffic, but New York is like San Francisco on steroids. It's traffic everywhere. There's obstacles everywhere, and that's what I like the most. Like the riding style out there, in New York, they literally live, eat, sleep, breathe bike life. Like it's bikes out there. Like they don't have cars. They ride their bikes every day. Like that's their mode of transportation. I like it because, you know, and it shows. It shows in their riding. They ride tough. They ride hard. They don't stop every 2-3 miles. You know what I mean? They'll ride for 3 hours straight and then stop. You know what I mean? It's honestly it's something I like the most. When I go to New York, I feel that I have the most fun time riding. Just because, like I said, like obstacles, you just have a lot more things to go through and a lot more things to see when you're in New York. And Houston's cool. I just think it's like a lot more slow paced. There's a lot more like older like kind of crowd there. So I feel like you kind of get like the more slow pace. You have your young kids there, and you know, but I feel that yeah, nothing beats New York. LA's cool. LA's hella cool because it's nice. Like it's always nice. It's very flat. It's like out here, you know, it's more. I don't know. It's just different. Like it's not really like in a sense like a party. Like when you go to LA, you get more of like that party vibe. You want to go to the beach or you know what I mean. You want to have fun. So like when you bring that vibe like down there, it's cool. And like I said, like you got like I said, you know, there's hitters everywhere. There's people who ride bikes good everywhere. And, you know what I mean. So it's really up to the individual if you're gonna have a good time or not. It'd have to be my little brother Lamar. I swear to God. Like other than myself, he is my favorite rider. Like, and I tell him that shit all the time. Like, bro, you are the sickest person I've ever seen ride a bike. Like, I don't care what anybody like. There's people who can sit on top of their like frame where their handlebars are and ride it without a front wheel and stuff like that. Like how La Plaga does it and all that kind of stuff. But I feel that his just like style is just like out of this world. And it just amazes me every time. He's literally my favorite rider. Like, he's younger than me and I want to ride like that fucking kid. You know what I mean? You defying gravity on your bike sometimes, and it's just, I wish I could do it. And I give him the all praise. He's my favorite rider. I tell him that all the time. Like, you go crazy, bro. Don't afraid to be yourself. like, don't afraid to ride your own wave, like who you are. You know what I mean? Like, people get caught up like trying to, I say, like, join bike crews or want to be a part of something, and you know that really shouldn't be your motive. Your motive should just be, go out and have fun. And if you're having fun, something might flourish out of that. You know what I mean? I went out in this past year and a half. I didn't expect to be a part of a team. You know what I mean? Be a part of like this family, like I said. But it happened and it flourished. And like I said, I appreciate it so much because I'm able to be myself with them. You know what I mean? And it brings that character to the team. It brings that extra difference, uniqueness. And that's what I feel that people who are coming into the bike life scene or want to get into bikes, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Find your own style. That's like the most important thing I'd say, because people get caught up trying to portray an image that's not